Good morning, Pecan Plantation, and welcome to our second annual Unique Car Show. We're here at the Activity Center and have the cars that you would not believe. So let's get started with coming on in and finding out who some of these people are and finding out some very interesting facts about their cars. Okay. Well, it is really a cool little car.
Originals, I imagine.
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it?
It is nice.
It is very nice, yeah. And look at the little lamps up on the
I wonder if this is their spare fuel tank, by the way it's got it set up. Like a stove or something. Because I think that goes up and down. They have a stove like an old kerosene stove. That is nice. I don't think I want to try to crank it. That'd be a lot of work.
That would be. I'm going to have to go back around on the other side. Oh, Carl, I think this is one we may have seen last year. Belongs to Glenn Adams. It's a Fleet line, and is it ever a shiny, shiny car? Thanks, Glenn, for bringing to share with us again this year. Well, I don't know the owner of this little 2009 Z06 blackout package, but it is really, really a super little car. And we are delighted to have you with us this year, little car. Tell your owner. Is this your car?
Yes, ma'am.
We want you to tell us some things about it then.
Oh, okay.
And you were here last year too?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I'm Bobby and this is Carl again.
yeah.
So, hi.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to have you with us again this year. Tell us some interesting new facts about your car.
Well, I acquired this car in '93 from a gentleman out in California named Julius Stevers. And he's a Mopar restoration guy, and he actually did all the kudas on Nash Bridges, the TV show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I bought it from him, and then in was it '99 I started restoring it. So me and a friend did all the work ourselves. First car we ever did, and this is the end result.
Well, you did a fantastic job. Do you have a special garage, a special place at your home that you do this, or is this a driveway project?
This was a garage project.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that anymore with the EPA now.
Well, true.
Yeah.
Thanks again for coming to see us this year. We appreciate that. And thanks for bringing Puppy too.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
It's okay. He's just filming. Yeah.
Hello. This is Sassy Papazon.
Oh, hi.
That I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And so she's just going to follow you around and see what you're doing.
I'm just goofing around.
Anyway, she's interviewed. She's our Sunday school class teacher, and
okay.
She's in everything in Pecan.
And you are perfectly welcome to do this.
So she doesn't mind being up in front of people and speaking into a microphone and interviewing them. Okay.
And I know so little about cars that all I can say is, well, where'd you get your car? How long have you had it? You know?
What color would you call this?
Yeah. Yeah. How long did it take you to restore it?
Ask them about the engines and the chroming. I wouldn't know either. Okay, so anyway, I did my thing, and if you want to, you said you got to leave. She's got family here.
Well, I'm going to follow you for a little bit.
Okay.
He's looking at cars.
Okay. Are we ready to move, Carl?
No, let's keep moving.
Okay. Whoa, Carl, check out this 1955 Bel Air. It is a beauty that we did not see last year, and I don't see the owner, but I can tell you that this car has been beautifully restored and is ready to go. Does this car happen to belong to any of you all? Oh, it's yours?
Yes.
Okay, well, come tell us about it.
Oh, you need my husband for that. All I know, it's a 55 Chevy. We've had it since 64. And it's gone to, we got it in California, is where we're from, and it went to Hawaii with us. And brought it back here, and he's still doing a little work on it. He's got to put the bumper on, but you know, little things.
Little work in progress right now, then.
Yeah.
And you've had it since '64.
Mm-hmm.
Was it your family car in '64?
No, we were going together then.
I see.
So I helped him work on the motor then.
Okay.
And so we had the choice between this one and a Morgan. Which one do we keep? So to restore, and we kept this one.
And you kept this one.
This one's had more silver.
Is this the original color? I love it.
I think it is, if I remember right. I'm trying to remember.
And your name is?
Belinda Dixon.
Belinda, we're delighted that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us
He
today.
could probably tell you more about it than I could.
Well, this will get our viewers' attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, Sassy.
Hey, how you doing? Hi. It's a pretty day for this, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And my parents had one of these cars. I remember it.
Oh, yeah.
But they had the hard top. It's the only difference.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Come tell us about it.
Oh.
Because you would not want to hear all of my comments about it since I know nothing about
This
cars.
is 1968, Olds 442. It's semi-rebuilt. It has a 455 engine in it, a snap your neck back, and it is not original. It's not numbers matching, but it's got a straight body, and it is, as I call it, the chick magnet.
Well, I noticed that right
Well,
away.
at my age, it really doesn't matter anymore. But
It looks good
elicits
anyway.
a smile out of the gals.
It looks
when they see
good.
that.
That's
and it runs
true.
like a charm, and it's just a lot of fun to drive.
How long have you had
About 2 years.
it? Where'd you find it?
I actually bought it at an auction in Dallas. Yeah.
You spend a lot of time at car auctions? Or?
No, I just once.
This was just something
Once. And there were 3 of these up there, and this was the least expensive. Actually, the one I wanted was the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
And I started bidding on this, and I said, just to practice bidding on it. And then it stopped, and I was hyped. And I bought it.
And so you got a card for
I got a car, but it's a great car.
Good.
Yeah.
And your name is?
My name is Bob Kamen. I live on the Air Park.
Bob, thank you very much.
Oh, thank
we
you.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. And you do have a great chick back there. Yeah.
They want them.
Well, Carl, nobody put in their sheets.
It's a good looking T-bird.
Yes, it is.
We've got a burgundy one. I'm trying to get Randall to put it in.
And who doesn't love a Thunderbird? And a few years ago when Thunderbird retooled and reproduced these wonderful, wonderful little cars, this person really got the pick of the litter. This one is a wonderfully colored little car, and we're so appreciative for the owner being here. Good morning. Are you the owner?
No, I'm not the owner. I'm just walking around.
Well, you want to talk about it anyway. Let me see if the sheet is inside. Well, Carl, I don't see the sheet in this one either. we're delighted to have this black Volkswagen that is also new to our show this year. Is this your car?
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Bobby Brownlee.
Hi, Bobby. Mike White.
Mike, my pleasure. We probably talked about your car last year, didn't we?
We didn't, but Brownlee, you live in the second house down the right on Long?
Yeah, on Hanging Moss.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the other Brownlee.
Oh, the other Brownlee.
Right.
Okay.
Let's see. His name is Bob.
Okay.
And my name is Bobby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad
we have exchanged mail from time to time.
Good. Well, I wasn't. Okay. Good.
Yeah. And tell me your name again.
It's Mike White.
Mike. Mike, tell us some things about your wonderful little car here.
Well, I've had it since 1980, and I drove her for 5 years as kind of a summer car when I was much younger than I am today. And then marriage and a child got in the way, and it sat garage from '85 until about 2010.
Ooh.
When and it's actually been of a moving van, and finally decided in 2010 to go ahead and restore it and take advantage of it while I'm still young enough to get in and out of it.
Absolutely. So you've had it for a number of years then, and you just kept it waiting for this time to happen.
And if it was up to my wife, we would have restored it probably 15 years ago. I was the one that was a little reluctant to spend the money to do it, but I'm glad we did. And
yes.
We both enjoy taking it on short little jaunts around Pecan.
Around
just
Pecan.
Locally. It's locally. It's not a car I would probably want to take on a very long ride, certainly not in the summertime. It doesn't like the warm weather, and the sun is pretty bad on my balding head.
That's true.
As well.
That is true.
But it's a fun car to kind of drive around locally.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being a participant this year.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Oh, and it's for sale too. Do we know who the owner is?
I have no idea.
Wouldn't you like to have been tooling around in this 1956 Ford F1 back in the day? All metal, all Ford, and the owner is Don Gum. Don has spent a number of hours in restoration with this car, with this pickup, and he really has something to be proud of. Thanks, Don.
This is magnificent.
Isn't that something? Where do you suppose he keeps it when it's not up here?
I don't know. It's very special.
It certainly is. But
it's amazing how many magnificent cars there are out here at Pecan.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a good show.
Yeah, it's really good. We had so much fun last year, and I think this is a good day for this too.
Perfect day.
Well, it's good to see you today.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Do you take it out? Do you take it to town?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fly to the airport.
Yeah, okay. Hey, we need to do lunch or brunch.
Yeah, right.
You want to?
Yeah.
Are these your bikes?
No, they're Terry's.
Oh, that's Terry over there?
Terry Allhouse.
Oh, well, I know him.
You know him.
I know him. What am I? Must be the hat.
Oh, yeah. Well, or a little bit. We'll work out something. I got a couple other guys who may be interested.
Hey, Jerry. Welcome with your little Hondas today. Why don't you give us some news about them?
All right. This is a 1971. It's a 70 cc's, a 4-speed manual clutch, 4-speed transmission. It'll do 45 miles an hour, top speed. But
down my street?
Pardon me?
Down my street?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Keep the kids away.
Okay.
No, it's just kidding. Yeah, but you can go maybe 85 miles on a gallon.
Wow.
Yeah. And this one over here is a 93, and it has a 3-speed automatic clutch. Has no clutch on it. the same.
Well, have you had this one since the 70s?
No, but I bought this one off the original owner in Omaha, Nebraska, about a year ago.
Is this just something you've always wanted to do?
Well, actually, I bought one of these for our youngest daughter when she was about 10.
Oh.
And she recognized it, same color and all.
Oh.
So we had to have it.
Had to have it. That's good. And thank you for bringing them today, too.
You're quite welcome. My
See
pleasure.
you later. See you
All right.
later. Well, Carl, I think my mother's 63 Galaxy is back this year. She had this car, a car like this in 1963, and it was her absolute love. And so happy to see this one restored and going again. Is this your car?
No, we're trying to figure out. It's a 63.
I believe so. It looks like my mother's. And I'm sure if it's not a 63, somebody will tell me.
It was the biggest car I've ever seen. Yeah, it's just nothing but trouble. Hi, Bobby.
Hey, Charles. Looks like a new owner with new vehicle here. So give us some background on this. This is Charles Bolton, and he has recently acquired this El Camino.
I bought this about 6 or 7 years ago from Max Odles, and then I had it rebuilt. It's a new engine, new transmission, new rear end. I guess everything on it's new.
Oh.
New paint. So it's a new car.
Right. Well, I saw Max over here visiting with it a little while ago, too.
Yeah,
So.
He reminisces. He'd like to have it back.
He'd like to have it back now that you're rebuilt. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and tell us how you came to pick this particular vehicle.
Well, I've had 3 or 4 others, and I've always liked them. It's open, I can see out, and again, I told you I'm a real estate appraiser, and I need to see out.
Okay.
And so this car works perfect for that.
Okay.
But this is not a work car. This is a play toy.
Okay, folks, this is Charles Bolton, and thank you so much, Charles.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Is this your car? Is this your car? Yes. Come tell us about it.
Yeah.
Gave it to him. Pretty cool.
Carl, I think I hear strains of Beach Boys, California Girls while we're seeing this beautiful, beautiful little Camaro here. And the owners are?
Not mine.
Not yours? Oh, it's yours. Okay. Wrong owner.
We're the owners. This is Mike, and I'm Jenny Perzano.
Hi, how are y'all, Mike and Jenny? Would y'all come on up here so we can interview you a little bit more completely?
Be right back.
You no doubt got this car in California, right?
No, actually, we bought it from a guy up in Massachusetts about 13 years ago.
Okay.
And it was a complete basket case.
Oh.
It didn't have any paint on it or anything.
Oh.
We lived in Austin, Texas at the time. So when I got it, didn't know what color to paint it until she said, any color you want, as long as it's red.
As long as it's red. Good choice. Good choice.
So he restored it.
He took it completely apart and restored it.
Well, is a Camaro just something you've always wanted, or?
This is actually a Corvette.
Sorry about that. What did I say?
You
Corvair.
Oh gosh, that's that. Oh, I said Camaro.
Yeah.
Carl will edit that out.
But no, I just wanted a classic, and I figured you can't get more classic than a Corvette. Well, you can, but to me it was.
But this is the essence.
So iconic.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But,
So definitive of an age and an era.
Yeah. So that's why I have the Beach Boys playing on the radio. That kind of goes with the car.
I told Carl when we walked up, I said, okay, I hear Beach Boys and California Girls, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Were you here last year?
Yes, we were.
So we had some of this conversation last year, I guess.
We did. I was parked over there a little while.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, thanks again very much.
Thank you so much.
I will not not make the same mistake.
Thank you.
And good morning and welcome. We're glad you're here today. I think I remember you from last year, do I not? Yes, good. Well, tell us who you are. And
Ken Payne.
Ken, tell us some things about your
It's a 1930 Austin, and it's been torn down and completely brought back up and restored. And the last time I was here, I had a 39 Roadster that I have, a Bantam Roadster. But this is my favorite of the two.
Oh, okay. Is this just something you always wanted to do? You've always been into classic
I never even
cars?
thought about it really until I got involved in it. And Royce Harbor, you know Royce Harbor? Royce bought this car in Golden, Colorado. And one day he said, "Why don't you buy that car for me?" I said, "Royce, I don't know anything about that." "Oh, I'll help you along." So I said, "Okay." Took me 10 years to get it. Being gone and back and forth, but I've enjoyed having it. It's fun to drive.
Do you have a special place to work on your cars? Or?
Yes, I do. Yeah, but I didn't back then, and my wife said, "When you gonna get rid of that junk on the wall out in the garage?" You know, I said, "Man, Betty, don't you say that. That's preferred junk."
That's expensive junk.
Yeah, it really is. Yes, it really is.
Thank you so much for your
You're
participation.
welcome. Good meeting you.
It's good to talk to you
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you, Ken. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Just fine.
Let's see if I can get Miss Harbor to come over here and tell us a little bit about her car. Carl, I think we saw this car last year too. It's always a favorite with the crowds who come down. And we're going to be talking with Mrs. Harbor in just a minute to find out a little bit more about this 1939 Bantam, I believe. Can you come talk about your little car, Betty?
I wish Royce was here.
I know, but he's not, so. Okay, Margaret, give us the lowdown on Royce's baby.
Well, this is Royce's baby.
Yeah.
It's a 1939 Bantam Speedster. It will seat 4 people, and they were built in Butler, Pennsylvania. And the Austins at 1930 and then up through here. And he has done all the restoration himself. Upholstery, the whole bit.
The whole bit.
Yeah, so he enjoys doing this.
And this has been a long-term project, I dare say.
Well, this one was started about 1990, and he worked on it, and then he received a national award in '94 in Cookeville, Tennessee.
So that kind of encouraged him to
That just was the icing on the cake. But we've enjoyed having the cars. We have a Bantam Roadster that we enjoy.
What is the color name for this? It is unusual and it's
It was very unusual. When we were at a meet, Royce and I were going back from one of our car tours, and we were in our Roadster, and he couldn't decide what color to paint this car. And as we came up to a red light, a Mercedes came up beside us, and I said, "Oh, Royce, that's such a pretty color," and that's what it is.
That did it.
That's what it is.
Well, that's terrific. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having us. This is nice.
Thank you. Okay, which one of you guys is Pat Fincher?
Is that right?
Either of you the owners?
I guess he is.
He is. You're Pat Fincher then, aren't you? I'm Bobby Brownlee.
Okay.
It's nice to have you with us this year, and come tell us a little bit about your car. Okay, you ready, Carl? It just doesn't get any better than this Bel Air.
Well, just get in here and sit down. Let him take your pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice, Carl. This is nice.
That affected really.
I can't believe these big steering wheels. Is it power steering? Oh, okay. Our Mustang over there does not have power steering and nor power brakes. That maroon one right through there is ours. So. This is wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. $2,600, isn't that amazing? Well, are you the original owner?
Yes. No. I've had it 4 years.
4 years. Yeah. How did you get interested in auto restoration?
I've loved it all my life.
Just loved it, huh?
And the Chevrolets has been my car.
Being your car. We came along in a great era, didn't we? Beautiful cars. Yeah, this was it.
Cars today ain't nothing.
They're all the same color.
Yeah, they're all the same color. You say, well, what's that going down the road? Can't see the sign on it. You know, and you can just glance at these here and tell what they're
Right. Everybody knows that this is what, a 57 Bel Air?
Yeah.
That's right.
57.
That is right. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing these things about your love here.
They're his cars.
That
one's not.
Right, this one. But these two are yours?
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was. I thought I remembered you and this one together.
Yeah, I drove it here last year.
You did. It was yours last year, wasn't it?
Last year was. Yeah.
Well, does he have the story straight?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We'll do this then.
Whichever car you like the best, I own it.
Yeah, right. You definitely want to talk to this guy. He owns the 24 Model T Coupe over there.
Oh, well, where were you when we were up there with our camera? Say, we wonder who this belongs to.
They said I've been drinking too much. I can't walk.
Oh, I see. Well, there are days like that. I understand. And where did go?
I haven't been drinking at all. Or have I? I can't remember.
I can't remember now.
Well, they don't count beer as drinking. Whiskey's drinking.
Whiskey's
That's
drinking.
right. Yeah, beer ain't drinking. No.
This is the owner of the little black Model T. So, and good morning to you, Ron.
Hi, Ron Bernier.
Yes, tell us some things about your car.
Well, this is a 1936 Ford. Mm-hmm. It's a rumble seat roadster. It's different from a regular convertible. People don't notice, but there's no windows in the doors. There's no cranks or anything. There's no windows. It's a true roadster.
It is a true one.
Yeah, when you when the weather gets nasty, you've got to put the side curtains up. That's the only thing that keeps the weather out of the car.
I see.
So that's how it's made. One of the first V8 engines for Ford. And it came out with the V8 in 1932. This is the 36. Some improvements that they made in these engines were that they put they got smart and put cast iron heads instead of aluminum heads. Aluminum heads didn't hold up too well for them. Yeah. It's a fun car to drive. I call the back seat my mother-in-law's seat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where she sits when she's nasty.
And I understand that this little car has been to Florida and back.
Yeah, it's done the great race. Right, it's been around, so it's a good old car. I picked it up a year or so ago and had a lot of fun with it.
Well, I know you have. Is this something you just always wanted to do?
Yeah. I never dreamed of owning a car like this until the deal came along and I couldn't pass it up. But I've dreamed about owning a nice, beautiful V8 Ford.
Well, if you can dream it, you can do it. So thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you.
The Plymouth there is going on.
Oh, well, come tell us about it.
Oh, sure.
And Ron also is the proud owner of this Plymouth.
Yeah, this is my 1937 four-door sedan Plymouth. It's a deluxe model, and that just means it's got a heater and a radio in it. Deluxe didn't give you a whole lot more than the standard did, but
it's a nice driver. It's a good car. It runs good. The engine's rebuilt on it. I've owned this car for almost 10 years now, and I bought it in pretty good shape, but I've had to rebuild the entire interior, the suspension. Did some engine work on it. Some of the wiring was bad, and I had to rewire the car, the ignition on it. Put new shock absorbers on it, and new tires, and away we went.
Away you go.
Yeah, it's been a good runner for me. I really enjoy this car. We have a lot of fun with it.
Oh, I know you do. I see you have an Illinois license plate. Is there a story there?
Yeah, there sure is. I'm from Illinois.
Oh.
And I came down to Texas in the late 70s and found my wife and married her. And I was transferred on my job back to Chicago, and we lived there from 1980 until a year ago. And so we moved from there. And I owned this car, and I had an old 55 Chevy pickup truck back then, and I used to show that quite a bit. And I since then sold the truck and picked up the Roadster. Yeah, but yeah, this is an Illinois car. It's from Freeport, Illinois, which is one of the northern cities near Rockford. But it's actually was born and raised in Freeport.
Good.
But yeah, I've done. I had chrome work done. Bumpers I had to have re-chromed. But they're pretty much minor things. When you get an old car like this, you don't want to have to go through too much restoration work. It's
understandable.
Difficult.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Very nice having you with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who's the owner? Come tell us about your car. Carl, another very, very popular Ford Mustang from back in the 60s. And what model is this one?
It's a 1965 Mustang. It's a C-code. It's just a run-of-the-mill Mustang that they cranked out.
And you've had it all of its life?
This was my first car.
Your first car. Well, you were really, really a man in demand in 1965 then, weren't you, with this car?
It didn't look like this. I rebuilt it.
Oh, have you had it this whole time, I guess?
Yes.
What did it look like originally?
Well, it was needing a lot of work on it. Paint was all faded. This is the original color.
Oh.
I put it all back original.
Yeah. Well, it is beautiful, and thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
And Carl, the Mustang from a little different era, but who could not love those racing stripes? Are you all the owners of this?
No.
Are you the owner? Are you the owner?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't need my picture.
We can make it up together.
Yeah. Paul. Here.
Now come tell us about your car.
Come and tell about the car.
This is a 1973 Mustang.
Okay.
And we've had it for 28 years. It's a two-owner car. And it's 100% original.
Wow.
And all the interior and everything is just the way that it came out in 1973. And all we really had to do to the car really was paint it.
And did you always have your heart set on a 73 Mustang?
No,
How did it find you?
Well, it was at a foreclosure in a bank in front of it. You know how a bank has cars sitting out in front of it, and I kept going past it, going to work, and I finally went in there talking, and that was what they had. It was a foreclosure, but the bankruptcy or some form of foreclosure, and so then I got the price I wanted. They just want, banks just want to sell.
They just wanted to move it off that lot, didn't they?
And that's where I got it, and it was from Garden City, Kansas. And
our daughter drove it to school.
Oh, so okay, I understand that.
She was 14. In them days, you could drive when you was 14.
So she did.
Yeah, she's been driving ever since she's been 14. Cause In Kansas, at that time, whether it is, I don't know, but at that time you could drive when you're 14.
And what a cool school car. Yes.
Yeah, she used to get the gas cap was always stole off of it, and they finally they keyed it and scratched it up in school. Then we moved to Amarillo, and then at about that time, well, we bought her another car. But anyway, that's how we did not have a heart. So we just kind of found it by accident.
Just fell into it.
Yeah.
And this one we special ordered. This is ours.
Oh, this is, well, turn around and tell me about this special order.
Yeah. This is an 83 here.
You want to be in the picture?
Sure.
Well, turn around so Carl can see you smile.
And we bought this one brand new, and they ordered it, and this is just, we've had it for, I guess what, 25, 26, 27 years, whatever it is, and it's 100% original too. It was, when we ordered it, it had everything on it that you could order on a car. You know, that's when they first started putting door locks and all that kind of stuff, and cruising the steering wheel and stuff. And all of that was the first year they started doing that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So this is your family car now, huh?
Well,
no.
We keep it over. We got too many cars.
Nah.
We keep it over. We're a motorhome over at the storage place, Pecan Storage. I keep it over there, and but it runs good. It'll both of them got high horsepower engines in them, you know, and they really both really go fast, you know.
And aren't they just fun to have?
They are just fun to drive. They are. They truly
Fun to drive.
Yes.
That's what everybody around here that's got them will tell you. They got this 442. I know him over there, and how they're just fun to drive.
Just fun to be with.
Nostalgic.
Oh yes.
Cars.
Thank you both very, very much. We appreciate you being
it's our pleasure.
Here. Good. Thank you. Are you all the owners of this beautiful little red Corvette?
John McComas.
Oh, this is John McComas. Is he around here anywhere? This is John McComas' car, but I don't know where he is. Okay, who's the owner of this wonderful pickup?
I do not know.
We do not know, but it's for sale, so. Well, Carl, if you have always wanted a vintage Ford pickup, this one's the one for you. It's for sale. Don, I met you Sunday, did I not?
I don't believe so.
Not written on? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, it's a 51.
No, his name was Ron, excuse me.
Oh, okay. It's a 51 Ford. I bought it restored. 51 Ford. And normally I would have restored one. I've built cars before, but I bought this one already done.
Already done. Huh?
So, no, we just enjoy driving it around. And
good.
Just doesn't get driven enough. So.
Do you drive it outside Granbury or just around? Just around.
No, in fact, it hadn't been, I need to have it inspected and licensed again. It hadn't been tagged in 2 years, so that's how little I've gotten to drive it. So. True. But it's a lot of fun.
Well, it is, and thanks so much for coming today.
Oh, you bet. Yes. Thanks.
Agility.
Hello. Hey, how are you? This is not your cool little car, I guess.
I can sit on the hood if you want.
Well, okay, and you can tell us all about it, I know.
That's right. But you must admit that it's neat.
Well, it is. It's really neat.
I love those stripes.
Oh, gosh, it's good to see you too.
Yeah. They're body brown.
Yep.
Sunglasses and all.
Yeah.
Just let Carl get a couple.
That's Carl.
Are you the owner?
Okay.
You're the owner of this 91 Mercury?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, come tell us some things about it. You are?
I'm Dale Phelan.
Dale, we're glad that you're here
I've been here for 20 years.
20 years.
19 years.
Have you had this car that long?
No, I had 2 years. I went out and got it. I actually got it to be a tow behind on a Class C. Then I lost a bid on the Class C and bought a trailer, so now I played around with it for a couple of years. I'm going to move it on. If you need to drive it.
Yeah, and that's not happening, you know.
Well, not enough.
Yeah.
And I want to do something else.
Oh, okay. You have a man of many interests.
Yeah, sure. So,
yeah.
but it's a one of a kind. I looked all over the country for 7 years. It's unbelievable on how good this is. And I got every piece of paper on it.
Oh. A big file.
I met the man. He bought the car. You know, he was 25 and sold it when he was 45.
Okay, so it is.
Outside of Atlanta, Snellsville or something like that. And he's a nice kid. He was always garaged.
Always. Well, how did you find out about the car?
eBay.
Okay.
Well, then I called him, and he had a lady, sounded like his grandmother, selling it for him. She was nice.
But it was a good deal anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I drove up there, went and saw it. I said, if you don't like it, don't come. You know, so I drove over there.
Here you are.
Brought it home.
Well, thank you so much
All right.
for being here today.
And it's for sale.
And it's for sale. Okay. Well, we haven't talked to anybody this morning who has a Chrysler, I think. So why don't you come over here and tell us about it?
Who are we doing this for?
Channel 191.
I don't get it, but that's okay.
Well, you can see it on the web. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Carl will tell you exactly how to do that. I watch it on my screen. So.
Oh, okay. So what are we doing? What do we need to know?
Well, we need to know who you are. Tell us a little bit about your car, when you got it, and
that kind of stuff, huh?
That kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, it's just 1967 Chrysler Crown Imperial. I've had it about a month. It came from California. I was looking for a big old land yacht cruiser, and the Cadillacs and Lincolns were too high priced in my opinion, and this one had a good price on it, and that's when I bought it, because I thought, well, that'd be kind of fun to have, especially the front end. I fell in love with it when I saw the front end. And so
so you've had a long time interest in automobiles.
Well, I'm 67, and I started in the backyard with my dad when I was 4 years old.
I see.
So I guess I've had a long time.
I think you have.
Yeah.
I think you have.
I've had a little bit of everything.
Well, do you drive it outside Pecan?
Oh yeah, I drive it when I get a chance. Yeah.
Is this your car? Is this your car? No. Is this your car? Is this your car? Okay, I'll tell about the little yellow VW bug thing. And Carl, this one is really, really cool with the little stripes on the side, and inside the gas tank cover it says bug juice only. So we think that the owner probably has a good sense of humor too. You want to? This 49 Ford Custom is for sale, so if you're in the market for a unique car, this is the place to shop. Beautiful, beautiful powder blue, and going back to those early days in the late 40s and early 50s, this car, as you know, was really, really cool. Any of you the owner of this wonderful Camaro?
Not me.
No. You wish.
My husband loves to drive and hypes it with a gusto. And I drive it because it's a car. Right.
Any of you all the owner of this Camaro?
No, ma'am.
No. I get to make it all up then as I go then.
I guess you can. Can I answer any questions about the Tesla, or you're not here yet?
Well, we can come over there. Carl, let's come over and do the Tesla now. Tell us your name.
Okay, my name's Karen Jensen.
Yes, Karen.
And this is a Tesla. It's 100% electric. We've had it for, it'll be 2 years in September, 21,000 miles. And we love it. Has a lot of pickup. Drives beautifully, got about a 250-mile range on the batteries. We plug it in the evening when we want.
Have you taken any extended trips in it?
No, we've gone we go anywhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There are charging stations like in Waco and in Austin right now, and you know, we could extend that and just plan it. We haven't done that.
But no trips across the Arizona desert or anything like that yet?
No, although people have done that.
Really?
But we haven't because we just haven't had the opportunity.
Well, I was amazed at seeing this last year, and I still am.
Our son brought it last year for us.
Yeah.
And anyway, we were out of town at that time, so we thought, okay, we'll bring it one more year. By then, anyone interested will have seen it.
Well, some of us never grow tired of looking at cars.
Oh no, I don't either.
That's just our life.
I just, I've walked around and I love the old cars. So we're very pleased with this, though.
Well,
it's the factory talks directly to the computer in the car. So if anything needs to be changed or fixed, they just do it at 2 o'clock in the morning when we're not around. And we wake up the next morning with a little note saying, this or this or this, if you want to read more about it, just like you would on your computer.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful.
It's fun.
Progress is with us all the time, isn't it?
It is. And you have to go with the flow.
Thank you so much,
all right,
Karen.
you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
I'm Leslie Fry.
Leslie,
nice to meet you.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Just start at the beginning with this gorgeous Cadillac.
Well, this is a 1976 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. This was the last year of the large Cadillacs. The next year is whenever they went ahead and downsized it because of the fuel crisis of 1973. It's got the largest cubic inch engine that a Cadillac ever had in it, a 500 cubic inch engine. There wasn't really that much horsepower, but it had a lot of high-end torque because with the weight of this car to help propel the car.
It needed all the help it could get.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. This car originally came from Texarkana, Arkansas, and then spent some time there for the majority of its life, and has been in Palm Springs, California for the last 5 to 7 years. And then I've had this for about 2 months. I found it on auction.
Brand new then.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Has 53,000 miles, still all original. It's original paint.
Wow.
Or something they've replaced as tires and things like that from there.
Well, what motivated you? Have you just always wanted a 1970s Cadillac?
Well, actually, my dad also has a Cadillac here at the show, a 1990 Cadillac Brougham, and I had bought that for him and given it to him, and so I still had the bug once I saw that, I wanted to get the big Cadillacs from a different era.
Okay, so you weren't finished then.
That's right, that's right. So these are 14 years apart, and you can see a radical difference between the size. That's right. But this was back whenever Cadillac was I think the standard of the world was the tagline.
Yes.
And certainly they don't build cars like this anymore. That's for sure.
And I am thrilled that you have this one. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
And thank you for being here today.
Thank you. It's good to be here today. Thank you very much.
Good. And Mr. Fry, I bet you have a few things to tell us about yours too, don't you?
He's the one that instigated. He knows it is a 90 model Fleetwood. And I don't get to drive it as much as I probably should, but it's in very good shape. He does know how to buy cars in good shape.
Cars.
Yeah.
You taught him well somewhere.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
He had this.
I had one like that, a used Cadillac similar to that. It wasn't in as good a shape as that one was when I had it, but it was a used one.
Well, how long have you had this one?
He gave it to me at Christmas time.
At this Christmas. Well, I see you've got on your Route 66 shirt.
Yes, my daughter gave me that.
So you're good to go for it.
Yeah. My wife wanted me to wear it down here. So.
Well, that was good. Tell Glenda thanks for doing that.
She's right over there.
Okay, we'll be seeing her in a minute.
Okay,
Thank you both again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dave Scott. Well, Carl, I don't see Dave Scott around here, but he is generous to share with us this gorgeous little Stingray. And all of us are going to enjoy it for a long time. You're new in our group this year, are you not?
I am new.
So that our Channel 191 folks will know, this is Chris Mesa. And Chris is a fairly new resident in Pecan, maybe a year or so, and he has brought a very special car to be with us today. And Chris, tell us about your car.
This is a 1969 Jeep Wagoneer, original color. I bought it about 15 years ago. A lot of these either just got beat up and used completely up and they're no longer in service, or they rusted away because they weren't particularly rust resistant. But this one belonged to a large animal veterinarian in New Mexico. And he had it there for many, many years, and it was hot and dry there, and it didn't rust away. And when he retired, he moved back to Texas to be close to his family. He brought this with him. And after being in one Texas summer, he decided, you know, I don't need to mess around with this thing anymore. I'm retired. I don't need to sweat like this. And so he was a motivated seller. I bought it from him. That was about 15 years ago, and I've had it ever since then.
And what motivated you?
What motivated me? Well, it was a unique collector kind of car that I could afford, Bobby. And so, you know, I have to do this on a small budget. So it was something unique and something kind of fun.
And nobody else had one like it.
Yeah, you don't see too many of them, and so that's kind of interesting and unique. And it's fun to drive around and people kind of point at you or wave at you or ask, hey, what is that? And so it's kind of a fun conversation starter.
Good. Well, I know you have an abiding interest in baseball, and I am happy to have you with us today with your car.
Well, thank you. We're delighted to be here.
Good. Thank you very much, Chris.
You're quite welcome.
Okay.
And then the next thing you do is you drive it back to the dealership 5 years down the road and trade it in for something.
Hey,
I had a friend of mine would buy a new one every year. He had to deal with a dealer, and he would go trade his in every year.
Is that a cattle prod?
Yeah. We would like for you to come do the wind up for Channel 191.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Bruce, give us an update on how this got started, your part in it, and all about
last summer, and I can't give credit to who exactly came up with the idea. I believe it was John McComas. Said, why don't we have a classic or a unique car show? Because he knows, and a lot of people know, that there are so many incredible cars sitting in garages out here in Pecan. I mean, and so give them a chance to come out, put the car under the sun, and let people look and ask questions. There's a story behind every one of these cars, and it's a great story. So, and you know, I mean, you've got one right here.
I've got one right here.
It's beautiful.
Well, do you have a car here too?
I don't. My Corvette is gone right now, and I'm in between, and I'm holding out for a 62, but that's probably not going to happen either.
Well, you never can tell. Some of these stories around here are pretty incredible.
And some of the folks that came in, I almost told them, look, you can't shut this thing off. It sounds so good. You have to keep it idling for the next 4 hours so everybody can come by and hear it. But these folks just love their cars, and you know Americans have love affairs with the cars like nobody else.
And as we were just saying here, some of us came along in exactly the right era in the 50s and 60s and 70s to enjoy then all of these wonderful cars.
And a lot of us are getting the car that Mom wouldn't let us have when we were younger. No, you can't have that. You can't afford that.
You can't afford that.
Well, we can afford it now, and we're going to go get it. So.
And besides, who would want a red car?
That's the fun part about it.
Okay, well, what do we have to look forward to?
I hope that it continues to grow, but we don't know where we would put everybody, but we're going to try. Get the word out and let people plan on it next year. It's always going to be the first weekend in June, and we look forward to more of these beautiful cars. I know that they're out there. They didn't all show up today, so they're out there.
Yes, they are, and we certainly wish you the best because we have enjoyed this tremendously.
Great, okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bobby.
Okay, that's it, folks. We are winding up our second annual auto show, and it just in the nick of time because I smell that grill and those hamburgers and hot dogs are calling me right now. See you there. Bye.